about the movie called The 300. It's about 300 Spartan soldiers taking on a massive army even though they were way outnumbered. What some people don't know is that it was based off of true events. Today I'm going to tell you about what made Spartans so brave and fearless. There was 3 key factors, and that is their culture, and their military, and their government. I am currently in a Western Civilizations class, and we just got done doing our Greek history unit, and we spent a lot of time learning about Sparta's history as well as Athens. So first I'm going to tell you about Spartan culture and their day-to-day traditions and lives. According to the History Channel published in 2009, Spartan women had more rights than most other women in other city-states in Greece. However, they still couldn't participate in the military and some other political style activities or events. Spartan women, however, when they got married, they had to shave their heads and be bald. And after they were wed, they continued to keep their hair very short. This was just a common tradition, and it's just what they decided to do. However, most married couples didn't get to live together until much later in life because the men had to live in shared barracks until their early 30s. Lastly, everything in Sparta centered around their community and loyalty. So they had to be loyal to their city-state. This means anything a Spartan did had to further Sparta's movement or make them stronger in some way. This leads me to my second key factor, which is their military. According to Professor Christine Sheriff published in 2018, Spartan lives revolved around their military and anything to make it stronger. They did this by taking boys at just the age of 7 years old to begin their military training. The boys had to live in the barracks until they were well into their 30s. Another thing they did was when a baby was born, it would be inspected by the elders in the community, and if it was deemed unhealthy or unfit in any manner, it would be killed or left for dead. The Spartans only wanted the best and the strongest because they wanted to be soldiers. That's what they were bred to be. According to the Ancient History Encyclopedia, published in 2013, religion also played a large part in their military. Sacrifices were often made right before and right after battles. They also believed that pleasing the gods came first. So whether they wanted to go and attack somebody, if they thought the gods didn't like it, they wouldn't do it. Or if the gods were like, oh, I don't like those people, then they decided to attack them. So they based all of their military movements off of the gods. The military leads me to my next and final key factor, their government, which was also closely related to their military, because Sparta was a military city-state. According to the Western Civilizations textbook in 2012, Spartan government was centered around their military. The really interesting thing about their government is they had 2 rulers, 2 kings who weren't related, who would serve at the same time, along with a group of elders to help advise them. The purpose of these kings was to make military decisions. The elders were there to advise them and help them make sure they made the best decisions for Sparta. And, just provide them any counsel or advice they may need. The elders also served to inspect the babies when they were born. The government also encouraged people to never really leave Sparta unless it was to further their military advancements or military tasks. And the reason for this is the government feared that if they went out and explored other city-states in the area, that they might get ideas for a different type of government, which could cause a rebellion, a loss of stability, or a change in government. And they didn't want that at all. The only time citizens were encouraged to leave was for battles or wars. And this meant that Sparta participated in very little trade, which led to them having less money than some other city-states, such as Athens. The government government's goal was to create soldiers that were brave and fearless to a fault, and also very loyal. Sparta was feared throughout Greece by everybody because they fought fearlessly until the very last soldier. This is what makes Sparta, Sparta. And if it was any different, it would have changed Greek history as we know it. Today, I have informed you about Spartan history, and I hope you have all learned something new about Sparta's history today.